Hello everyone, myself Kailash Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are starting with a new topic. Understand human beings as coexistence of self and the body. Let's move to the next slide. Content. We will learn here introductions, self and the body, needs of body and self, needs of self, activities in the self and the body, activities that occurs only in self, activities happening with the involvement of both self and the body, and the summary. Let's move to the next slide. Let's start with the introductions. Human beings is more than just a body. In fact, the human beings is a coexistence of the self and the body. The human beings is a coexistence of the self and the body. There is a need to understand human beings not only as human body but also in context of self which act as an observer or user of the body. It's act as an observer or user of the body. Body is the physical appearance with a particular structure and future, whereas self is the avalanche of the person, the entity that keeps of the body. The entity that keeps of the body. Let's move to the next slide. Self and body. These are different in terms of their needs. Needs of body are physical in nature. However, the needs of body are not physical in nature. The needs of body are in physical nature, but the needs of self are not physical in nature. Body needs food for nourishments, cloth for protection from different kinds of weather, and some other facilities to ensure right utilization of body. These can be categorized as physical facilities, self needs respect, happiness, trust, etc. Thus, the needs of the self is the life in the nature of continuous happiness. Let's move to the next slide. Needs of body and self. The needs of body are quantitative. One can quantify the requirement of the body like clothes, food, shoes, room, cars, etc. The number of these requirements can be small or larger for the body of different person, but this is limited in quantity. The requirement of small or a larger of the body of different person, but it is limited in quantity. Thus, all the physical facilities are needed in limited quantity. This can be verified by making a list of things one use and seeing if anything in the list is such needs of the body that is required in unlimited quantity. Let's move to the next slide. It is thus evident that physical facilities are essentials in the beginning, but their continuous usage or consumptions become unbearable with the passage of time. One can only imagine of having a limitless physical facilities, but if one has too much of these physical facilities or tires to use, consume more and more of them, it start beginning a big problem. For example, if one likes a specific types of bike, then a gift of a 10 such bikes from someone will become a troublesome one. Similarly, if one likes mangoes that do not means that one end up having tons of mangoes. This gives the conclusion that the body needs physical facilities in a restriction quantity. Let's move to the next slide. Needs of self. Needs of self are qualitative in nature. Our feelings like happiness, respect, and affection are qualitative and not qualitative. It simply sounds if one says 1 kg of happiness, there liters of love or a tone of respect. So feelings are only qualitative in nature. One is either happy or a not happy. Either a person can be happy or a not happy. In the same way, either one feel love and affections or one does not. Thus, these feelings are either there are not. Hence, it can be concluded that needs of cells are qualitative and these are wanted continuously, whereas needs of body are quantitative and one does not want them continuous or one cannot have them in abundance. The needs of bodies are quantitative and one does not want this continuous or cannot having an abundance. Let's move to the next slides. Activities in the self and the body. The earlier decisions have thrown light on the needs of the body and self. The decisions that have been taken earlier have been having a needs of body and the self. Now decision will be carried on the activity in self and the body to have further incited into the different in the concept of self and the body. In our daily life, various activities are carried out. These activities can be broadly classified as activities that occurs only in self, activities that occurs with the involvement of both self and the body. The activities which have an involvement having the both self and the body, activities that occurs only in the body with the concept of the self. Here we are having a three activities which tell about our self and the body of the activities. Let's move to the next slide. Activities that occurs only in self. Activities like imagining, dreaming, thinking, choosing, analyzing, desiring, understanding, etc. The activities having imagine, it can be imagine and dreams, etc. take place in self or I and can be called as my activity. These are not occurring by themselves. Rather, self is the entity responsible for this activity. It is important to mention here that these activities keep on occurring in us and we are mostly unaware of them. The activities that keep on occurring in us, we are mostly unaware of them. We can notice them by paying some attention. The activity which having unaware of them, we can notice by paying them some attentions. Other points of worth mentioning here is that these activities take place whatever may be the state of body. For example, one cannot stop thinking even if one is sick and on the hospital bed. Let's move to the next slide. Activities happening with the involvement of the both self and the body. These are the various activities like running, walking, eating, doing household chores, seeing, smelling, listening, etc. that take place with the involvement of body and eye. The choice and the decisions are made in self and these are implemented to the body. The choice and the decision which are made by self that can be implemented to our body. In case of listening, both body and the self are involved. For example, Peter's father asks him to get medicine from another room. Peter goes to the room, bring medicine and give to his father. Here the body partially is to receive the words of the father. His involvement is to receive information from the both and to get the meaning of these words and give direction. Then body works ordinarily. Let's move to the next slide. Let's see the summary what we have learned in this. Human beings is more than just a body. There is a need to understand human being not only as a human body but also in constant of self which act as an observer or a user of body. Body is the physical appearance with a particular structure and future whereas self is the awareness of the person. The entity that keeps the body, self, I and body are different in terms of their needs. Needs of body are physical in nature. However, the needs of selves are not physical in nature. Body needs food for nourishments, cloth for protection from different kinds of weather. These can be categorized as physical facilities. Self I needs respect, happiness, trust, etc. Thus, the needs of self is to live in the state of continuous happiness. The human beings is coexistence of self and the material body. Entity performs activity of knowing, assuming, recognize and fulfilling, whereas material entity body perform only activities of recognize and fulfilling. This is need to work for physical facilities of body. It is equally important to the ensure respect, happiness and trust in I. The body needs for physical facilities can be fulfilled through appropriate physiochemicals or man-made thinking. The needs of the self for happiness can be fulfilled through proper understanding and right feelings. Let's move to the next slide. Thank you for watching. Kailash Kumar signing off. Have a good day.